Wednesday flavoured wrestling news with Tom and Jack. I'm going to go out for a walk in the snowstorm later, Jack.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was saying to Owen before we started, I went out for one yesterday, and I think just because there's nothing else to do other than risk life and limb walking out in a snowstorm whilst maintaining social distancing. But there's something quite nice about it, isn't there?
Yeah, fair enough. I went on a bit of a walk a little while ago when it last snowed, but I timed it wrong, so I just ended up going for a walk on the ice. So that didn't go. I didn't fall, but there were several moments where your heart kind of goes like, oh my god. So that was a great laugh. So do be careful.
Yes, if you are out today, please wear appropriate shoes. Maybe get tennis rackets and sellotape them to your shoes like they do in the Alps. Which is exactly what they do in the Alps. I had it looked up. Anyway, here's some wrestling news. Scrapped plans for released WWE stars have been revealed. Could a top NXT TakeOver match be off? We'll talk about it. And a Raw star gets a bizarre endorsement deal offer. We'll get to that in a bit as well. So, two prominent releases from WWE over the past week or so. First being Steve Cutler, who was let go possibly as a result of contracting COVID-19 at a party and some disagreement there. And the other being Lars Sullivan, a litany of things behind the release of Lars Sullivan. But plans for both of them that obviously are now on the scrap heap have emerged, haven't they, Jack?
Yeah, we'll start with the Steve Cutler one, I suppose, because on the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer basically said there was going to be a six-man feud that would see Baron Corbin and his Knights of the Lone Wolf, of course, of which Steve Cutler was one of them, take on Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, and Murphy as well. But then when Cutler was fired, WWE scrapped the storyline, and now obviously Blake and Murphy don't have a spot. It's funny that they've been put together again in a way, but neither of them again have anything to do, which is quite sad.
Put them together. Blake and Murphy back as a team. Do you know what? The one thing that the company needs right now is some decent meat on the bones tag teams. We're in that weird tag team period again, where with a few obvious exceptions, there's not many strong, well-developed tag teams. Put Blake and Murphy back together. If they've neither got anything going on, I'd be fine to see Blake and Murphy in the mix for the tag titles on SmackDown.
I mean, stick Alexa Bliss in there as well, but both of them are quite confused with what's happened to her recently. They're like, have you been all right recently? We haven't seen you for a few years. And she just
What's been happening? Oh, well.
You've been busy?
Who else we got plans for?
So Lars Sullivan, well, this one's a bit less clear than the Steve Cutler one, but he took to his Instagram account and shared a pair of photos, those like similar to the ones of the Revival shortly after they left, when these photos surfaced of like ludicrous costumes for the Revival, and everyone went, oh, maybe that's got something to do with why they wanted to leave. Well, Lars Sullivan has shared two photos or two concept designs of himself, captioned "the brilliant behemoth Lawrence Sullivan," and basically I don't know how to really describe them. They're both just massive Lars Sullivan.
Well, you'll see it down there if you want to have a look.
Oh, you're going to pop it on?
It'll be down there.
So can you make
sure it's down there, mate? Thanks.
So as we can see, it looks as though, the brilliant behemoth Lawrence Sullivan, it looks like maybe they were toying with the idea of having kind of a sort of an intelligent gimmick, which kind of contrasts with his hulking look. Me too, but then I don't know if I would trust WWE to handle it well without turning him into just a complete comedy character. It reminds me a little bit of the Funkasaurus and all that sort of thing, like this hulking, menacing character juxtaposed with on the surface at least, quite a comedic gimmick. But then again, we don't know whether this is what he had pitched to WWE or what WWE had pitched to him. I would assume it's something that WWE pitched to him, but then he's got the arc by the look of it. So I don't quite understand, really.
A weird hench Sherlock Holmes type thing.
Yeah,
going on here. There's an air of what Ridge Holland has about him with the character. I think that kind of Victorian British gentleman.
Or like half of NXT UK. Just half of the NXT UK scene. Because once British Strong Style started dressing like they were on Peaky Blinders, I think everyone decided that looks pretty cool, and it sort of spread through the UK scene rapidly. and then everybody got signed, and that just seems to be the look now of NXT UK.
That's not a bad shout, actually. Talking of NXT, a takeover match could be off. We're toying with whether or not this is something that is a work into a shoot, or work into a work, or maybe a shoot into a shoot. We don't quite know. What's happening, Jack?
Well, it revolves around Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory, because Austin Theory, on a recent Twitter video, said that Johnny Gargano will not be defending his North American Championship against Kushida, which was the booked match for the show. So he said, I just left Johnny's house and I can't hold this in anymore. Johnny is out of TakeOver. Johnny will not be there, and it's all because of you, Kushida. I always have a smile on my face, but this time it's serious. I'm not playing around. Tomorrow night on NXT, Kushida, you will pay. So it looks like there's 2 stages to this mystery. We'll find out something tonight on NXT, and then potentially find out something on at the TakeOver this weekend.
Take that with a pinch of salt, obviously, because normally if a wrestler does get injured, you will have a tweet out from WWE announcing it. But whether or not they're trying something in a different vein at this point, we don't quite know. We'll have more details on that one tonight. It would be a shame if they didn't have it, because I think Gargano and Kushida do have some fab chemistry when they do get it together. We'll see. And that show that's the 14th, isn't it? So that's this Sunday.
Yeah, I believe so. Is it on this Sunday?
Yeah, it's Vengeance Day is now it's called, because I heard you guys chatting about this. Vengeance, about why it's called Vengeance Day.
Yes. And
it's a play on Valentine's Day, isn't it? Which is on the 14th of Feb.
Oh, yes, of course. I see what they've done now. I see that there. I just had it in my mind that it was on Saturday because it's a TakeOver, and TakeOver's often on us. But of course, it's 2020/2021, and things are all jumbled around, I suppose. Maybe. I mean, I just really want this match to go ahead because we don't get to see as much of Kushida as I'd quite like.
Absolutely. It's going to be a busy weekend for the wrestling. Vengeance Day on Sunday. Impact putting on No Surrender this Saturday as well. A beefy card. You and I, Jack, we sat and got very excited about the triple threat revolver match that they've got booked for that show. They've added a few more matches to that card now, haven't they?
Yeah, they have added a few more matches. First of all, a Texas Tornado no DQ match. I'm sure that'll be quite wild and chaotic for the Knockouts Tag Team Championship, with the champions Fire and Flavor, or Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan, defending against Havoc and Nevaeh. We've also got a 6-woman tag team match with the rather delightfully comedic team, Tom, if you've seen some of their promos, of Deonna Purrazzo, Kimberly, and Susan, who is, of course, Susie in her newest guys, against Jordan Grace, ODB, and Jazz. Also, another 6-person tag team match has been added with Triple XL, AC Romero, and Larry D. And Tenille Dashwood teaming up to take on Crazy Steve, Black Taurus, and Rosemary. Black Taurus is, of course, a star from the Lucha world and debuted for Impact just this week, actually, and joined forces with Crazy Steve and Rosemary. No word on where Abyss has disappeared to, but I'm sure he'll be back in no time. Also, oh my God.
Josie Park's looking for him, apparently.
Yeah, they sent him off to look for him. Dina and Cousin Jake will face off in a singles match. Cousin Jake rejected an offer to join Dina in the Violent by Design stable with Joe Doering and Eric Young, and then Jake said instead he would stand for something, and basically gave himself the name he used prior to joining Impact, Jake something. So it's already looking like a pretty stacked card. I mean, it was before these matches were added, because we've got a whole host of other matches that we may have already talked about in other news videos. Should I run down the whole thing?
I'll let you rest your voice. I'll just quickly blast through these for you. Eddie Edwards and Matt Cardona teaming up to face Brian Myers and Hernandez. Ryder and Hawkins reunited on opposite ends of the ring on Saturday. The triple threat revolver: Ace Austin, Blake Christian, Chris Bay, Daivari, Josh Alexander, Suicide, Trey Miguel, and Willie Mack. It's a triple threat. When someone gets pinned, they're out. Another one comes in. I love this.
Looking forward to it.
It's going to be fun, man. TJP and Rohit Raju for the X Division titles going on as well. The Good Brothers facing AEW's Private Party for the Impact Tag titles, and to celebrate his 50th birthday, 50 years of Tommy Dreamer on planet Earth, he is challenging Rich Swann for the Impact World Heavyweight Championship in the main event. What a lovely birthday present.
I think that's pretty good. I mean, I was about to say I don't think he'll win, but you never quite know. You never know. As Tommy celebrates his 50th year, we welcome new life to planet Earth, as Eric from the Viking Raiders and Sarah Logan had some news for us, Jack. Yes, they've announced the birth of their first child, named Raymond Cash Rowe. Just really nice news for them. Obviously, Sarah Logan was released from WWE and then announced that she was pregnant shortly afterwards. And Eric hasn't been able to do much on our screens recently because obviously his tag team partner's been injured. So, I mean, I'm really pleased for them. I think it's really nice news. Obviously, quite a lot of time was dedicated on things like the Performance Center's YouTube channel and stuff to their wedding and to their whole Viking sort of shared lifestyle thing that they do. And they just seem like a really wholesome, really nice pair of people, don't they?
Yeah, both baby and mama are doing absolutely fine. So congratulations to Eric and Sarah Logan. And congratulations to Nia Jax, who caused... Do you know what? Is it nice to have Nia Jax being talked about without having somebody get hurt in the process?
Yeah,
She only really hurt her hole in the process of this one.
So in case you've somehow missed it, on Monday Night Raw, Nia Jax was having a tables match with Lana. She went for a bit of a leg drop type thing on the apron. Lana moved. Nia landed right on her hole and let us all know about it. And then got shoved immediately through a table. So not only did Nia Jax lose the match, but she spawned a new meme in the process.
Did you notice that WWE censored the word hole?
I heard about this. I heard about it. Yeah. Well, I remember, Tom, when I was young, my best mate.
I remember me and Susie had so much fun holding hands and skimming stones, and an old gold Chevy and a place of my own.
As Biffy Clyro did say. No,
quote Biffy Clyro.
No, I remember my mate who I used to watch wrestling with when we were like 7 or whatever, and Triple H told a wrestler to shut his hole. And then my mate repeated it in front of his dad, and his dad shouted at him and says, "Don't say that." So I don't know, maybe it's quite rude. I don't know.
Oh, well, I tell you what isn't rude. A lovely letter from Mickey Agarwal. I do hope Mickey Agarwal. I hope I pronounced your name right.
I'm gonna go for Mickey Agrawal.
Mickey Agrawal makes more sense. I think that's what I said on the podcast. I don't know why I decided to change it here. Mickey Agrawal, who is the founder of the B-Day company Tushy. And he's written an open letter to Nia Jax. Jack, will you read the open letter for us?
Oh, I'd be delighted to. Dear Nia Jax, it says, I saw what transpired last night during Raw. My condolences to your hole. That looked like it hurt. To help erase some of your pain, I'd like to send you a free Tushy Spa 3.0 B-Day to install. With a Tushy Spa 3.0, you can spray your bum with water. It'll help it feel cleaner, fresher, and healthier in no time. We can also send you a Tushy Travel, a portable B-Day. Perfect for people who poop when they're out and about, to have on hand in case you need it. For as long as your pain persists. Lastly, we'd love for you to be a Tushy brand ambassador and speak to the many features our B-Day offers athletes. Let me know if you're interested in a free Tushy and Tushy travel, and I'll send one to you ASAP. Feel free also to check out our assortment of products at hellotushy.com. Cheers, Mike Agrawal, founder of Tushy.
There you go. That's a hell of an endorsement.
What a very PR-friendly open letter that was to Nia Jax there. Links and everything and descriptions of the products. And then Nia, with all of the social media posts that this very short part of Raw spawned, said, I've been receiving a whole lot of love, much obliged. And I thought that's quite funny, that's quite subtle for a wrestler, but then she put hashtag my hole, which just ruined it for me a little bit.
Well, we are much obliged that you join us for the whole of this wrestling news. Twitch.tv/Cultaholic. Jack and Owen on tonight. How's Cultaholic FC doing, lad?
We're rapidly approaching the end of our first season, Tom, and after getting so angry the past 2 episodes, I've decided this week I'm going to try my best to just chill and just let the football speak for itself. I think so.
Well, I wish you luck with that one. I was getting angry whilst catching chickens on Legend of Zelda last week.
Don't kill 3 of them.
No, I didn't kill any.
Don't hit it 3 times. Or something. Something makes all the chickens come after you. It still scars me. Have you not done this yet?
No.
Don't do it, Tom, please, no.
Well, guess what we're doing at 2 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time today? Twitch.tv/Cultaholic. It's a double dip today. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.